Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name's Rebecca, I'm 44 years old and I'm somebody who used to suffer from multiple sclerosis, who no longer experiences any of the symptoms since starting the carnivore diet a year and a half ago. So in today's video I just wanted to share some fun carnivore activities that I've been doing with my workawayers, my volunteers who are currently staying here with me in Galicia in northern Spain. And what we've been doing is trying to experiment with different carnivore recipes, because it's true that over the past year, well, since I started the carnivore diet, my life's been a little bit chaotic to say the least, and I've been enjoying the fact that the carnivore diet's really quite simple and you don't have to think about different recipes. But then what that's led to is a kind of feeling of, I kind of miss sometimes variety a little bit. Obviously, the fact that I have my health back is way more important than enjoyment of food. I approach food as nutrition first and foremost, and fuel. And that's fine. It's like this concept of food freedom I've really appreciated. But there are times when I miss variety, or I just want to snack on something and I don't have anything available that I don't have to cook first. So one of the workawayers, it's a young couple, Brian and Lea from Dresden in Germany. And Brian is half Italian and he loves to cook. And he was very keen to get some carnivore recipes underway. So we went out specifically to buy the ingredients and we made two things. We made bone broth and we made carnivore cookies. So it's been amazing. And actually the bone broth has been really well timed, because the other thing that he likes to make is bread. And actually there's been a lot of bread baking, not just from these workawayers but previous volunteers. There's been a lot of bread baking going on here at Mushroom Manor in Galicia, and I found that very difficult because I love the smell of baking bread. All my life I've loved the smell of baking bread, and it's taken everything in me to resist trying the bread when it's fresh out of the oven. And I have to admit, I broke, and I did consume freshly baked bread. And I said to myself, you know, what harm can it do, just a one-off? I'll just enjoy this one evening, bread and butter, nice and warm, fresh out of the oven. What harm can it do? Well, I came out in the most awful eczema outbreak. I've had eczema all my life. As long as I can remember, I've had eczema. And I understood that stress and poor hygiene could bring out your eczema, but I didn't understand that there could be dietary factors in the mix. And now it's perfectly clear to me after this episode of the bread that gluten is probably a likely culprit for my eczema. And oh my god, it has been I haven't had eczema since I started the carnivore diet. It's just vanished, and now I've got it all over my upper body, arms, legs, stomach. And it's angry and itchy and it's horrible. So I'm taking antihistamines at night and I'm slathering calamine lotion all over myself. But on top of that, I am attacking it from the inside, because bone broth is packed full of collagen. And apparently in my research into what could have caused the eczema outbreak, I realised that leaky gut could be the cause. And I don't understand what leaky gut is. You guys in the comments, please do enlighten me. But it's a thing, and gluten is part of that. So when you have leaky gut and you have gluten, that can cause eczema. And what can help to heal the leaky gut is collagen. So the bone broth is packed full of collagen. So not only is it delicious, it is also extremely healthy and packed full of nutrients and going to help me with the eczema. And you know, at this age, who doesn't need a little bit of collagen? I'll move on to the footage of our cooking activities, and then I'll just come back and say goodbye at the end. Okay, so here we are. We're about to make some bone broth. I've never made it. Very excited. We're going to use a pressure cooker so that it takes less time. Stanley's going to help us. And Brian here, hi Brian, is the master chef of the house. So can you just explain what we're going to do, what you're going to do?
Yeah, so first of all, we actually have to toast the bones. So I will just put them in the oven for some time.
So we got these from the supermarket yesterday. They cost a couple of euros.
And
they're cow bones.
Right, and we also have the ribs.
That's right. We also had ribs, and we kept the bones when we had the ribs. Yeah. So toast them, you say?
Yes, and after that, just put everything in the pressure cooker with some ginger, celery, onion. You'll see everything later. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's not strictly carnivore, but I'm willing to just try it because these guys aren't carnivore. So
Where are the ribs?
the ribs, I will go get them. Oh, they're in the fridge in this.
I don't know if you toast them as well.
Here's the bones, some ribs, and some. Does it look like the spine? I guess I don't know.
Looks like, but it could be anything.
Could be anything really. Yeah.
I think maybe it's some leg or something.
Okay. Cool. Oh, and we're toasting them in wood burning stove, which has got a handy little oven compartment at the top. We're also going to make some beef burgers and some carnivore cookies using these, which are pork rinds, I guess.
Yeah, dried, I think.
And we've made the carnivore biscuits before, and we're going to try them with a drop of honey in them. Again,
Sure. Well, the honey you put on top when they're finished.
sure, okay, so that's optional then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last time we made them without honey to make them pure carnivore, but honey is a controversial one, obviously, because it's an animal product, but of course it's sugary, so who knows if it's carnivore or not. I stay away from it, but I'm willing to experiment every now and again with a small amount, maybe. So what are you going to do?
We're just gonna grind them up, so it kind of works like flour. But since you can't use flour, use this.
Yep.
And yeah, we just have I think you said it was a smoothie maker, right?
That's a smoothie maker,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's not, like ideally you would have a food processor. It's not the
Yeah.
best thing to use, but managed it last time, right?
Yeah.
So these guys, Brian and Lea, are from Germany, and they're my workawayers here at the moment. And they've been here for about a month, and they've been extremely lovely and extremely helpful. And they're actually coming back. They're going home. You're going home for Christmas, aren't you?
Yeah. I go to Italy because I'm part Italian, part German.
Yeah.
Then I go to Italy for New Year's Eve, and then we come back together.
You go to Germany for New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Not Italy. Yeah, you said Italy.
Okay, it's fine.
So are you gonna have your New Year's Eve together?
No, we have it separately, but
Yeah, with our own
Yeah.
friend groups.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we will both be in Germany
Right.
for New Year's Eve.
can't find it.
And then they're going to come back to help me in Mushroom Manor
Yeah.
for January, the whole of January. So that's exciting.
Found it.
Ah, excellent. I feel like that works really well this time. It was not so easy last time.
It's alright.
So how are you going to make these? Now, what's the next
Just
step?
with some butter and eggs, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
We had to buy some eggs, didn't we? We normally have like a massive surplus of eggs. Like I have normally like at least 30 that I could give away to people. But the chickens just stopped laying all of a sudden, I think because of the cold weather. So we ran out of eggs for the first time and had to buy some in the supermarket. And then as soon as I bought a dozen eggs, they laid 7 this morning. So now they're going to start laying again and we're going to have a massive surplus. What do you think, Yasmin? So we only used 1 packet of these last time, and now we've got 3 packets. So
There should come out 12 of them.
12 of them, yeah.
That depends also how big you make them. But
Sure. So we had 4 last time. And they were tasty. I liked them. Are you going to add salt at all?
as you wish. I mean, last time we didn't, and they were fine, I think.
Yeah.
We can add them just to see how it is.
I mean, there is already salt inside.
Do these
Yeah,
contain salt?
exactly. Yeah, they're quite salty by themselves. So.
Right. Okay, so we need a bigger bowl.
Yeah. Oh, while we're at it, I think... No. Yeah, you can see the blood coming out of
Oh, yeah.
the bone. That's also why you toast them.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after some time we can flip it.
Okay.
If you're doing it in a proper oven, I don't think you need to flip it. But because here it only comes from the bottom,
Yeah,
it's better to...
sure. Have you made it before?
No.
But you're already a professional. You are a bit of a cook though, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're confident and you're good. Stanley.
You can get the butter.
Yeah, Stanley.
Yeah.
Oh,
Many eggs?
darling.
I would use 3.
Good Asturian butter.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Asturias.
So, by the way, I have washed my hands.
Good.
Yeah. Just going to break the bigger parts apart.
Sure.
So for 300 grams, I'm using 3 eggs. Okay. I'm not following an exact recipe, but if you at home want to replicate it.
So that was a bag of 100 grams, 1 egg per bag of 100 grams. So we used 3 bags,
so, yeah.
3 eggs. Okay. And that was okay last time.
Yeah.
And how much butter did you put in last time?
I don't know.
You just play it by ear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like following recipes. I just order it by...
Improvising.
Yeah.
Well, not really improvising. I have a plan, but
Yeah, sure.
I'm measuring it, eyeballing it.
Sure.
I would melt the butter, just so it's easier to... I'll just put a little bit in.
Okay, so that's a nice consistency.
Yeah. It should be a bit clumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would put in some more butter, so I'm just waiting for it to melt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it, isn't it? If we just...
Yeah, technically that's it. I mean, you can put in some something to flavor it, such like vanilla extract or whatever.
Is that melted now?
Not really, a little bit.
Okay.
But you can work it in with hand. It heats up with
Sure.
with your body heat. So.
Yeah.
So the consistency should be something like a normal cookie dough. If anyone has baked cookies before, it should be a bit sticky. It should all stick together. This is maybe a bit more crumbly.
I liked them last time, particularly for the texture, because as a carnivore you don't often get that type of texture. The biscuit cookie.
Also crunchy. Yeah.
The crunchy, yeah, exactly.
I think the recipe that I looked up a recipe for how to do them, and I think that the recipe said that they are soft and chewy.
Oh.
Or they should be soft and chewy. You could leave them in the oven for longer, so they are more like a biscuit. But it's up to you. And I also don't think that you need to use a baking sheet or something or butter the base, because they are quite fatty. So if you just put them in like this, the natural fat makes it not so sticky.
Right. Okay, so what we've decided to do is do half with a tiny bit of honey and half without honey to see the difference. And you reckon that the texture is just about right? You've added a bit more
I think so. Yeah, I added a bit more butter. It's not entirely like cookie dough, but it kind of resembles it.
Yeah.
And just like cookie dough, you shouldn't eat it raw, because there are raw eggs in it.
Okay.
So it could be bad.
But raw eggs aren't that dangerous, are they? Like...
Well, they could have some salmonella. But, I don't. It depends on the country you're in. Like in Japan, you can eat raw eggs because it's about the regulations of how the eggs are kept. But if you're in America, then it's better not to do so.
Ah.
So I would put half of the dough in the sheet that my beautiful assistant is cleaning.
Just giving it a quick scrub over
Yeah.
here. I do apologise for the state of the kitchen. It's an absolute mess. It's a bit embarrassing, really.
So now you can shape your cookies and however you want. I just made a regular circle. Here should technically come out 6, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Oh, and typically with cookies you would also you could roll the dough, the cookie dough out and then make little figures. But with
yeah.
this it's not so
Idea for it.
yeah.
Like it
because-
comes apart a bit more.
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. It's extremely
Sure.
yeah.
Crumbly,
Right.
like sand.
Yeah. Like very wet sand.
Yeah, yeah. So no Christmas tree shaped carnivore cookies.
I mean you could. We can try one. Let's see.
You can do Christmas tree shaped.
Christmas tree. It looks more like a star, but yeah,
It's passable.
you make a star out of it.
It's a Christmas star. How long will they cook for? 15 minutes? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah. I mean, we can time it and see.
It's super easy.
Yeah,
It's
it is,
super
it is.
easy. Just a little bit of faff grinding up the,
Yeah.
whatever these are called. I think they're called chicharrones in Spanish, maybe. But I don't know if torreznos. Oh, I'm going to look that up.
I don't know how what degrees. But,
Yeah, we can't actually
Well, we
control
can
the temperature of the
see
oven.
Here.
We can see the temperature, but we
Yeah.
can't set
Yeah.
it exactly.
Right. Technically, you could put it in at any temperature. If you do it hotter, so like maybe something about 200, you leave them in for shorter,
Yeah.
and they should become more crunchy at the outside, so they have more of a crust.
Yeah.
If you put them in for longer with shorter, with cooler temperature, they can cook through and maybe become more soft and chewy.
Oh, torreznos means rasher or slice of bacon. I've never heard that word before. There you
So
go.
here we have the bones.
Oh, how exciting!
I would just flip them and then put them in again.
Yeah. I'm so excited to make this bone broth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't made it before because I've tried it and it's delicious, absolutely delicious, and it's so healthy. And so I've been meaning to make it, but I'm just not very. I don't know. I'm not very motivated when it comes to cooking different new things. And once I've done it once, then I'll do it.
Yeah. So now we'll just put them in again.
Yep,
Wait some
wonderful.
more.
I also, to be honest, don't really know how to work the pressure cooker. Never used it. I've owned it for about a year, but
I
I've
don't
never
either.
used it. You don't know either?
No.
Right. Okay, so you were relying on me to tell you how to use
Yes,
it.
I was.
Well, we've got our good old friend Google,
Right.
or ChatGPT.
Yes, I'm just gonna put some honey. I think.
Okay.
Someone gonna say stop?
Stop.
Yeah, so we've just took them out. It's been about 15 minutes. They're still a bit soft, but I think
good.
it should be enough. Yeah. And also the bones. They look nice and toasted. So now we just need to let them cool down a bit. And
Okay.
then put them in the cooker.
And we need to figure out this pressure cooker because it doesn't seem to have different settings, and we're looking online to work out what to do. Stanley, help us.
So you can take this off,
Yeah?
but I'm not really sure what it's supposed to do.
Didn't survive.
Have you seen Squid Game?
Yes.
You're in big trouble now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, these ones came out a bit softer. They were in for 50 minutes.
13 actually.
Yeah, but we put. This
Yeah,
one also
right.
didn't survive. Yeah, we put them in a bit earlier and then we started the timer.
Yeah, right.
So I would say about 15. Now we're gonna make the ones with
Honey.
honey.
I'm gonna try, can I try a bit of the...
Of course.
Really good.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I do.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them as well.
Let me try some honey on it.
They're really nice. The texture's really nice.
Yeah.
Nicer than last time.
Yeah, it's a bit softer than last time.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. I think they're lovely.
Oh, the honey is a very nice addition.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can try.
Well, you've made a few with honey, haven't you?
These ones. I'm
Yeah,
gonna make
I'll
them
just
now.
wait for those.
Yeah.
Really good. They're nice and buttery and the texture's
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah, with honey I like them a lot more.
Okay, so I am in love with these carnivore cookies. The texture is absolutely delicious because they're softer than last time. For me, they do not need honey. They're enough like cookies. Like it's enough like cookie dough to satisfy that cookie desire. And I feel like the extra sugar is just not necessary. Although I'm willing to try one with honey because I don't mind a tiny little, bit once in a while. Okay, so you're gonna add extra stuff to the
Yes.
broth.
I'm gonna just make some room. Yeah, so I'm first gonna fill this up. You need more than this, so
So it looks like this pressure cooker doesn't have any settings on it. You can't choose a setting. So you've been, basically we have to just wait for the steam to start coming out of it and then turn the heat down once the steam comes down and just see what happens.
kannst du mir auch die eine Schüssel geben? Eine zum Müll. Finn will die benutzte. If you would want to make some type of sauce, you would want to dice it. But since we're making a broth, just 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it.
Okay.
And if we're also gonna add some celery and carrots, ginger, garlic.
Ginger as well.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
You can just do it with your hands. So I'm gonna just grate some ginger inside.
Yeah. And salt and pepper, right? Or salt,
Right,
at least.
yeah.
Just salt. Ooh, I can't wait. But we're going to have to wait till tomorrow morning for the bone broth because it won't be ready in time.
Now carrots.
What about the bones?
Yes, they also can do. So I'm just gonna take 3 carrots.
Put them in whole?
No, I'm gonna cut the butt off. And again, you can just break them up with your hands. They don't need to be super fine.
Okay.
So I'm also gonna put in some garlic. The
So,
bones.
yeah.
There is also some, I think it's fat, but it's all flavor. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
That's in there. The more fat, the better.
Yeah. Alright, so now the only thing that's missing is seasoning. I'll put some salt. And we can also put some pepper inside.
Yeah.
About this much.
Cool.
Great. That's it. So just gonna mix it up a bit. You don't have to do that. But,
Now for the bit where we figure out how to use the pressure cooker.
Then you just put it on the heater.
On a medium heat until it reaches pressure and then turn it down to a low heat. And leave it for about 6 hours. Oh, look how happy we'll be when we use this pressure cooker. The key to happiness and everlasting love. Okay, something's happening with the pressure cooker. We just heard like a whistling noise. We think it's coming up to pressure. So when it comes up to pressure, we're going to turn down the heat and leave it for 6 hours. So, well, it'll be longer than that, won't it? Because we'll all be asleep in 6 hours.
Yeah.
We'll leave it to overnight. And then tomorrow we'll have lovely bone broth. Okay, so we forgot an important ingredient, the vinegar. So we've taken the thing off the heat. So the recipe that we looked at said apple cider vinegar, but I don't have any of that, so we've just got normal grape vinegar. Cool.
Yeah, so that was about this much.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. Oh, that thing's turning. Okay, so day 2 of making the bone broth. So we had this, we're just waiting for the pressure to go down before we open it. But Brian's actually left now, hasn't he, Leah?
Yeah, this morning.
Yeah. So, and we had this on, we didn't want to leave it on overnight because we didn't want to leave the gas on overnight with the dogs in the kitchen. So we just kept turning it on intermittently throughout the day for like, overall it's been on for about 6-7 hours, would you say?
Yeah, probably.
Something like that. And now we're going to taste it.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. Right.
It's too hot.
Okay. Oh my god, this stuff is crazy. I just tried it. It's really hot. Oh my god. I would add a bit of salt, to be honest. I think it could have more salt.
Yeah, maybe. My tongue is still burnt, so...
It's good though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Cheers. Bone broth. Wow. Where has this been in my life? I should have been making this all the time. Amazing. Okay, so there you go. That was Brian and Lea and carnivore cookies and bone broth. So it's been a really fun week here at Mushroom Manor, and it's been really great to have stuff to snack on aside from the usual bacon, beef and eggs. I'm certainly going to make more of both because they were really easy to make once you know how. I was a little bit intimidated by the pressure cooker, but now I've used it once, I realise it's no big deal. So also the bones were super cheap. I mean, I got a kilo for €2. Yeah, so it's just increased the variety in my house, which I really appreciate. I'm so glad that Brian went ahead and did this. So anyway, it's Christmas time now, and Brian has now left because Brian and Lea are going home to their separate family homes for Christmas. So he left yesterday and Leah's leaving tomorrow. And Filippo has also left. Filippo's another Workaway volunteer who's been here basically pretty much the whole year on and off. And he's also left. So yeah, so everybody's gone and I'm actually going to be spending Christmas time alone with the animals. So not completely alone, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I feel like it's been such a crazy year. It's just a little bit of time to decompress. Really what I'm focused on is the new year, because there's so many exciting things happening in the new year, which I alluded to in my last video, but I will do after Christmas I'll do another video which explains what's going on and why it's so exciting. So I just wanted to wish you guys a very happy Christmas season. I hope that you are happy and healthy and surrounded by loved ones. And if you're not surrounded by loved ones, I hope that you have a peaceful and restful time. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.